This is an unboxing video of the TPC Stage 2 N54 turbochargers. I believe this is TPC's third generation of N54 turbochargers. They started out with an 11 blade style and moved to a 6x6 after that. And then they're now on a G series 9 blade style compressor wheel with a TD04L turbine wheel. So this will be an unboxing video of the components. I want to give a shout out to Nick at Turbo Parts Canada for getting these out to me really fast. So thank you for that. So we're going to go ahead and break on in here and get cutting and then open everything up. All right, so now that we've gotten these out of the package, let's take a look at kind of what we're looking at here. So again, like I said earlier, these turbos, they use a 9 blade style compressor wheel, so it's a little different than the old school 11 blade or the 6x6 with pure turbos uses. So these are just taking a look off the bat. It looks like it's probably a standard housing, the standard housing that you'd see on any of the other 19T or 17T turbos. Now I will say they port the compressor outlet. This is larger than you're going to find on the Pure 600s or the CTS Stage 2 Pluses, which is what I had previously. Furthermore, this manifold, it's the other big standoff thing that I noticed is quite a bit larger. This manifold, especially the cross section, you look at the back, it's a lot thicker. I know that they're probably maybe using, this is probably some Chinese cast iron or cast steel manifold, but I don't know what they've done to get this so much larger in the lower section, but it's a lot larger than the stock turbos or even some of the Dynamic AutoWorks turbos or even the CTS Stage 2 Pluses. But just general taking a look, I mean, nothing really crazy or unexpected to see. I mean, I've seen a lot of these twins now at this point, and they're pretty standard housings. The compressor wheels look really nice. They're definitely, I know they've been measured already. I already talked to Nick at TPC, so they're a true 19T. It's a 46x58, if I'm not mistaken. The turbine wheel, it standard looks like a standard TD04. Kind of hard to tell without lighting, but it's obviously very large. For the housing, they've had to machine that lip out to be pretty thin to fit any. I don't really know if they could fit a larger turbine wheel in this specific exhaust housing, but it looks great. I mean, I'm excited to see what kind of power they're going to make. They do not supply an install kit. I got, these are obviously drain gaskets, I'm assuming, or line gaskets, and then a piece of candy. I don't know. They actually here, I guess this is I didn't know that they included this as some sort of I guess a balance sheet. I didn't take a look at this yet. I need to open this up. Get some stickers in there as well. So I'll pause this and I'll open that up here in a second. But just generally looking off the top of the bat, so as many of you may know, or if you haven't watched my other video, I initially chose the CTS Stage 2 Plus turbos, but we actually took those turbos apart. We measured them, and they were actually smaller than Pure 600s that I had on the car already. The compressor wheel was a touch smaller. So these are a true 19T. Also wanted to point out, so I know Nick at TPC explained this to me. They actually port the wastegate housing. You can't really see it in here because of the lighting, and it's kind of tucked back in there. But the wastegate outlet is actually ported. It's a little larger. Of course, they have the standard wastegate, the upgraded shaft, and everything, and they've done all the preventive maintenance to have no wastegate rattle and things like that. That's pretty standard though at this point, so that's kind of to be expected in this market. But the major takeaways that I've seen that I haven't seen on any of the other twins on the market, which I'm not sure this is a massive difference, but it is good, and it's interesting to hear that they're listening. So they've ported that compressor outlet. That's larger. Basically a larger AR with this larger housing to the turbo fold to the hot side. This is a larger volume. It's significantly larger, especially compared to the CTSs. It's just a much larger volume. So that should help with top end, kind of breathability on the top end of the rev range, which that's specifically what I was looking for. I'm looking for something to get into the 650 to 700 wheel mark. And then compressor wheel, I mean, I haven't seen any 9 blades on the market, so really this is kind of an unproven wheel design on these turbos. I do believe that the Dynamic AutoWorks Flomax Pluses use a 9-blade, but I don't know if they're basing that on G Series architecture. That's what Turbo Parts Canada has told me that they based these on, or at least the wheel design. So they were the ones that kind of spec'd the wheel. And obviously, I think the wheels were made they're outsourced wheels, but I know they do the machining and the welding and everything else in-house. So I'm going to pause the video and we're going to break into that. I think it's a balance sheet. I'll take a look at it and we'll see. But yeah, other than that, packaging is really good. You saw the pictures of that prior to this video. So they'll be installed here in the next couple weeks. And like I said, my goal is to get 650 and 700 wheel on kill with these turbos. So we'll see what we can do with them. So let's get the balance sheet and take a look.